Alice. Welcome back. I'm here with some familiar guests. Royalty. I have DEBRA joining us once again.
Hey.
They have a show October 11th at Underdog, and then y'all are releasing some new tracks as well later on this year.
Yep. Well, we're in the process of releasing. It's kind of a waterfall release. Our album 1784. We've got it's 1, 7, 8, and 4 are the sets of 2 that are being released, and 1 has already come out, and 7 have already come out. It's 1784. That's Rice Alone, and She Got Drunk on 1. Then on 7 it was Healin' and River. The first 2 on 1 were written by Robbie here and performed by the rest of us, and those other 2, River and Healin', were written by Hayden and performed by all this. So yeah.
I forgot, this is actually not the same band as before, because that was the 3-ra.
Yeah, it was DEBRA.
The B was a 3.
Yeah, spelled differently.
So this is a completely different band.
No, it's the same.
Same as
No, we're all different.
We're all different.
We've all been replaced.
We changed our personal names too.
We went on this like weird retreat and
What caused that decision?
We always wanted to do it. We always wanted to switch to B. We just never had like the clout's the wrong word, but the momentum to get our like voices heard. And now I guess we're at the point where we asked, because we asked originally, hey, we want to do this, and they just said no, you don't have clearance to do it. It's just like a regular name. And now I guess because we're verified on and been verified for a while, they were like, okay, yeah, we'll do it.
Like on Instagram,
Spotify, Facebook, all of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So this has been a long time coming.
Long time coming. The one thing with Instagram is a little weird because there is someone else who already has like DEBRA.
Yeah.
So we're just the band DEBRA on Instagram. That's the only one that's not DEBRA.
I'll be honest, when I saw it, I thought it was like a joke. I didn't know y'all were really doing that.
Somebody hacked our account.
If this is real or not.
Yeah.
Our account's safe. There's nobody that's impersonating us or anything.
Yeah. Well, and I think, Kev, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think even like if you go like if you were to look up our website like de3ra.com or DEBRA.com, it'll take you to the same URL. Like if you look for us online, it'll still pop up. If you look for our songs on Spotify, it'll just pop up under DEBRA DEBRA instead of DE3RA. Like it's still all the same stuff. All our metadata is the same. So,
Nice. Yeah. Dude, last time y'all were here, I think about that ghost story you told me all the time.
Which one? I think we talked about a few.
The fucking well, y'all had a couple of crazy stories, like the dude who fell on his head and had a severe fucking concussion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah,
That sounded horrible.
Mark, that same guy actually helped us on our new project, not the one that we're releasing, but the one we're working on recording right now. He was here in town and did some keyboards for us and sent stuff. That same guy.
Doing good?
He's doing good. He's doing great. Yeah, he just changed jobs. He was an engineer for Moog, and now he works for Make Noise in Nashville. So
yeah, he's doing great besides the traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, right. He's got a fucking scar.
He works in Nashville now?
Asheville, North Carolina.
Asheville, not Nashville. Okay.
Asheville, North Carolina, yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah.
No, but the story I was thinking of was the sleep paralysis one.
Oh yeah, the gray person. Yeah,
I've heard a lot of sleep paralysis stories, but what's interesting about that one is one thing, that's for one thing, you're not a particularly you don't necessarily believe in all that stuff, if I recall. So that always makes the stories more interesting to me, that someone's skeptical, but also the fact that it physically knocked over your drum kit is I literally think about that all the time. That's the craziest story I've heard.
Yeah, that's by far in a way the most spooked out I've ever been. Supernatural. I've never had anything like that ever happen again, before or since.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my one.
Yeah.
Turn Me White story.
That was pretty wild.
Sheet.
I think we all went around the table and did that last time. Right? Yeah. Talked about ghost stories. Anything recent happened since then? Anything weird?
Oh God, no, not since mine. The last one.
How scary are you talking about?
Dude, I had a fucking straight up bad trip first day Apostles Talk.
Do tell.
So I got it. So I hippie flipped. I took mushrooms and acid allegedly.
Okay.
And,
Allegedly.
So the story goes.
Always
I
interesting.
can't vouch or deny.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
and I got it in my head, like, how do we know that people haven't? Y'all remember that clip of the lady on the airplane that was like, that motherfucker is not
Oh.
real?
I'm telling
you right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and we all laughed when that happened. Well, when I was tripping that Friday, I was like, how do we know? How do we know that people haven't been replaced with robots or aliens? Not only that, I don't trust any of the motherfuckers here. It's like, if I don't fucking know you, I'm like, I know this guy is not a robot. And like
He was having this discussion with me.
dude, I was like not only vocal about it, but I was like
Broncos.
confrontational about it. I was like, I don't know if you're a fucking robot or not. It was bad. It was bad. And in retrospect, you know, that was crazy. But also, how do we know? How do we know?
No, man, I'm not a robot. I swear.
We need a test.
That's what a robot would say.
Well, I feel pretty
Litmus.
confident that y'all aren't robots because, like, I don't think robots could make the music that y'all make.
I am
Step
a
someone's
robot.
toes. Well, right now they can't, but I mean, they're already AI
Oh,
music
shit.
is becoming a thing.
You know what? I
Robots
take it
can't
back.
be
I don't fucking trust you guys.
If your version of the Turing test is music, that's only gonna be valid for like maybe another
Yeah.
3 or 4 years. You know?
Maybe like the content, because
Yeah.
there's that band Under Clouds and Surveillance, and it's like if they played Friday, and like
Oh, they're at Possum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
and I think they're from like Bowling Green,
Mhm.
but
I probably saw and didn't even realize
Yeah.
their name, because a lot of people. That's one thing that like I felt like I saw. Sorry to interrupt.
No.
I went from like place to place watching these bands, and a lot of times they didn't say who they were. So it's just like, these guys are great. I have no idea who they were. You know?
Yeah.
That would be my only criticism for next year is if they could do like what they did at Bonnaroo, where they have the band name on like a poster or something. Maybe like each band has to bring their band poster or whatever. You know.
Sorry, go on with your story though.
but like not just the type of music, but also like the shit they were talking about. It's like very anti like establishment. It's like I don't think a robot would do that, right? It's like they'd be like,
What if they're programmed to do it?
why though? Like why would you try to? I don't know, dude. I don't know. You're making me doubt. Like I'm like, okay, these people are real, and now I'm like, I don't. You know what? You guys are right.
Let's
I don't
program
fucking trust
robots to
anybody.
do asinine
It's
things.
that quote though, like
It's like order food and not pay for it. Like program robots to do that. Like program them to be like real fucking good.
I mean, at what point? At some point, it'll stop mattering, right? If robots are so convincing that you can live your life and
crash into
discernible.
Yeah.
You know, what's the difference?
I guess it'll get to that point, but like AI is getting to a point right now where it's like in a loop on itself. So like it's like it's inbred because
Yeah.
AI is getting information from
From
other
other
AI.
Yeah, but-
ChatGPT.
I saw an interesting image. There's
Well,
this
like
there's
lying
this
to each
line
other.
that AI can't go past with learning because since it feeds on itself. But also, did you see all those cars in San Francisco that couldn't park themselves and they were just honking their horn in the parking lot because they were all jammed up?
Self-drivers?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
See, I love that.
Yeah, I saw an interesting video though about how you'll know like when we're totally screwed with AI is because all of the cat videos will be like you won't be able to tell if the cat videos are real or not, and like
That's your
We're already
Turing test,
there.
and that's a different Turing test.
that's when you know. Yeah.
That's how
Well,
we
That's the
know.
threshold.
And the reason was though is because most of like the crazy AI videos are like animals you've never seen before, so you don't actually know the behaviors of them. But like everybody knows the behavior of a cat. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, that's what a cat would do.
Cats
So, I
stand on
mean-
business. Like a dog will like
Yeah.
we were talking earlier about how like dogs will like bark at each other, but like cats don't posture. They just like fucking take action.
Yeah.
It's like they don't
There-
bark. They
there's-
just fuck shit up.
There's a reason the city has ordinances against dogs running at large and not cats running at large because like cats are like
Well, it's
yeah.
it's a good thing all those Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, are eating pets, right?
Eating all the cats and dogs.
Dude, that was such a fucking shit show, dude. Oh my God.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I
We were
tried,
like-
but I got tired after a while.
Yeah.
We yeah, a bunch of us got together and we're drinking and watching that, and it was highly entertaining.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yep.
I didn't think it would be as funny as Trump versus Biden, but it was like equally fucking
It was
hilarious.
different. It was just way different.
Yeah.
The
I'm
Bi-
here for the memes. That's
yeah,
Well, yeah.
The Biden one was almost just like more sad than anything. You know, like I just
yeah.
and then Kamala just
My problem was
smoked him. You know,
Trump didn't actually really answer any of the questions,
Right,
and it was
right,
like it was
yeah.
entertaining for like the first
neither
30
of them
seconds he was talking. You know what I mean? And then it was just kind of like, okay, waiting for the next rebuttal. It's kind of, like, I don't know.
It's like Kamala would say, it's like she'd be like, you said this, and then he would deny it, and then say something way fucking crazier.
Yeah, totally left field. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like that the dog thing came
Nobody
out of
answered a
nowhere.
single
Yeah.
like policy.
It's pretty
gonna-
perfect. Yeah,
questions,
neither one of them
anything that
answered
had-
anything.
I'm gonna resolve
I did
the
think about
Ukraine
that.
conflict in 24 hours when I'm president elect is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like that's not gonna
Well,
happen.
but did you hear Putin endorsed Harris though? So I don't know. I mean, if
He endorsed Trump before he did that.
yeah, but yeah,
He's
it's
not
like-
either way. Whatever. Trump's not going to resolve the Ukraine
Putin
conflict.
said
if he
in
gets-
an
if he
interview
becomes
quite some
president.
time ago, flat out, that he didn't say whether or not he endorsed anybody. He basically said, "What do you think
All
that
right.
I would, as the fucking leader, who do you think that I would really want? If we're the enemy, then who do you think that I would want in? And if we're not the enemy, then what do you think?"
Which is why he looked the way that he did when he said he endorsed Harris. He was like
Yeah, I see
side
that.
smiling, like, yeah, bring her in, please.
Yeah.
And I was over there fact checking every question, and I'm like, actually, I can't find any actual information on this. Like while they're answering the question, I was spending my time like fact checking it. It's like, I don't know, some of these claims are just a little inflated.
I did the exact same
Yeah,
thing. As soon as he said the dogs and cats thing, they're eating dogs and cats.
He meant to say ducks, and that's why he stumbled after he said cats, and then he said and the pets because he was trying to remember what it actually was. It was actually
Ducks. Yeah.
reportedly ducks and cats.
He
not-
confused
Yeah.
dogs
The
and
best
ducks.
part of that was his
Yeah,
lesson
I
of
heard
it when
that
he was
too.
like, "I don't know. That's just what people are saying."
yeah,
He
he did.
literally was like, "Well, I don't know." They're like, "Well,
It's just
you-
what I
yeah."
heard.
He's like, "That's just what I heard. That's what people are
Where?
saying. Whatever."
Well,
You know?
That's what they said. That's what they said on Facebook.
I looked it up like as soon as it happened because I know like as soon as this is done, as soon as this debate's over, the only thing I'm going to be able to find on it is Trump saying that, right?
Mhm.
So like as soon as it happened, I searched
Yeah.
it, and all I could find was that JD Vance has been saying this.
Yeah,
Like that's the only source I
he,
could
he
find.
basically told Trump, "Hey, this is a fact." I like fact check that whole thing, and the images and the tweets they're actually in different. They're not. It's not in Springfield, Ohio. They're in
Yeah,
totally different areas.
So it's
like-
kind of what Kevin was saying. Which
Illinois?
thing are you
No.
talking? Like JD Vance is saying the pets thing, but I read somewhere about the ducks. There were no one's pets. There was like ducks at a pond, and the Haitians grabbed him.
That's free game.
That's what I'm saying. That
Fuck
it
ducks.
went, it went from
in
ducks,
Smyrna,
and there
it's-
is
you got
like
to
reporting of
Smyrna
wild geese.
after the lake
I
floods
was
up,
Canada.
there's
Yeah.
fields out there where the fish are hopping.
Yeah.
And a lot of, I'm not even gonna decide where they're from, but foreigners will be out there batting them.
Yeah. Well, I
And
want.
it's like, I mean, hey, that's food right there. Hey,
I
It
watched
might
a
be
video-
unusual for us, but it's a
Right.
far cry from
It's-
taking your
right.
fucking
I-
cat off.
if it
the
wasn't
channel.
Percy Priest Lake, I'd be out there getting me some fish too. But I ain't
Well,
that fish.
I looked it up though too, and you're talking about Haitians killing cats, but actually
That's what I'm
though,
saying. I didn't see anything about
if-
that. I
if
heard
you-
ducks. I
yeah,
saw
if you look
ducks.
at the, I'm just speaking to the cat thing though, but if you look at like their actual culture though, and like the way they have like voodoo and all that stuff, like they don't kill cats like as like in a ritual
yeah.
type of way, you know what I mean, or even like in that sense of like, oh, I need it for food or whatever. Like
Almost
they actually
nobody
value
eats
pet. They value pets. You know what I mean? Like
nobody really.
Yeah.
And I think they
jungle cat, any kind of feline, it's not something somebody's gonna try to eat. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
puppies in certain countries, yeah, that's known.
Well,
Horse meat in Europe.
people
Yeah,
people
sure.
go
I've had
duck
horse meat.
hunting.
Yeah.
They go duck hunting with shotguns.
Right.
So like
Yeah.
Man, I've
it's-
eaten
it's
duck.
like-
I ate duck the
Thanks,
other week.
behavior.
I eat duck too. The thing is just it's not that it was duck. It was that these ducks in this pond and these these cops were just going and
I'm
eating them, and I think it was kind
They
of
were
like
happy that the locals had been fattening them up with bread.
You're
for all
right,
them
yeah,
years.
it was
And they're
just-
like,
it
"What are
was
you
just
doing?"
like a
They're
shock.
What are
It
you
wasn't-
doing?
yeah.
Y'all are just
well,
wasting
so
bread."
what are they spending their money on? Because I've heard that they have these infinite money cards where the government just gives them money. So why would they kill a duck then if they have infinite money?
good question. But I think we're all kind of saying the same thing at all. Like that whole
Yeah, okay.
pets thing was a little bit suspicious.
I'm saying I don't care about ducks. I don't care.
goldfish out of the tank.
No, I don't-
We should all eat ducks out of
I don't care that it was happening. I thought that was like where the the etymology of that rumor came from.
That-
You know,
My only other problem, and sorry, this is a political thing.
No, we're gonna talk about ducks for the whole hour.
It was two ABC people moderators that were like, and it should have really been like a Fox and an ABC or something.
Yeah.
Like it should have been two, or maybe just two independent people on ABC. I get they want they're broadcasters.
It's always going to be that way.
Yeah, I
No
know,
matter
it's-
how hard
yeah,
ball
it's
is
like
out the tape,
The
you know.
CNN one
But it
with
didn't
Biden
matter
was
because
actually a
somebody
little
was
bit
gonna
more
answer shit
balanced.
anyway.
That surprisingly,
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that actually though.
I thought that one
Yeah.
actually was a little bit more like.
They're trying to save themselves a lot more because CNN is so discredited now that it's funny you're watching them, some of their reports.
Flip flop, yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
what? Y'all are
I've
saying,
noticed-
okay.
I've noticed that too.
I still don't believe y'all, but
Like they're polling
Yeah.
with who won the debate after the debate, and everyone's like, "Look, CNN said Trump won by like 4 points or whatever." It's like, CNN said that? That's crazy.
yeah.
It is hilarious, but it'd be even funnier if it was like a TV show in a vacuum that isn't the reality that we live in. That would be. I'd like that better. I think.
That's why I was for RFK Jr. though, because it's just like he's just talking about stuff that matters.
Yeah, I would take Sanders or RFK.
Jill
over
Stein,
Jill Stein. Who's
Yeah.
she?
she's on the
Green
Green Party.
Party.
The what? Oh,
I
Green
still
Party.
stick by what I've always said: me or nobody.
What was the libertarian guy?
You're always
Gary-
voting for
Gary
yourself.
Johnson.
Me,
I like
me
Gary.
as a,
He's
as a
hilarious.
fucking monarch
Yeah,
dictator,
yeah.
or
He's a
anarchism,
goofball.
or pure anarchism. You know.
Yeah.
He screwed up when he a couple years ago when he didn't know what Aleppo was when that crisis was going on. He did fine up until that moment. He had a couple more blunders after that. I was like, dude, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like a couple of cycles ago, right?
Yeah.
So ducks, less valuable than dogs and cats. I feel better about it now. that we
100%.
cleared the air.
Yeah, definitely.
If DEBRA as a band ran for president,
Who would
what
we elect?
policies would you run on?
I would elect Hayden as the leader of our party, and
He shakes his head.
I'm good. I appreciate the nomination. but
Same.
I will
I
respectfully decline.
But see, that's why you're convincing us that you should rule even more than those who don't
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah.
The more
don't
you
want the
push this
shackles of
away, the
power.
more you're gonna
Yeah.
manifest it.
Exactly.
Great.
I'm already starting to
Good.
change my anarchist ways over here. I'm already thinking, it's
What crazy things would y'all run on and then not do once you get into office? Because that's how it works, right?
Yeah. Oh God.
what would you say to get elected?
Yeah. What bullshit would you say to get elected?
Hmm.
You have the floor.
I would mandate that sock warmers are necessary in all dresser drawers nationwide. And then shortly after I was elected, I would realize that's a bad idea and actually give a subsidy for people that removed the mandated sock warmers.
I'm gonna remove stop signs and stop lights and
Mm.
make gas free.
Free cigarettes.
Yeah. Okay, that all
like
sounds
that.
good to me.
Yeah.
But we might keep that one. 'Cause,
Does anyone here
everyone's just
drive a BMW?
fuck.
Okay, I'm glad
Said fuck.
because I would run on like we execute all BMW drivers.
Probably
That works. Yeah.
Like we were talking about this.
Why don't we just take the turn signals out of it? Honestly.
Don't
They
need
don't
them
get
anyway.
used.
Brake lights, everything. All lights. Just total lights.
They're
on.
probably broken.
Kill
to be
just
fair.
lights.
Yeah.
Rig them with
If
explosives.
you're gonna drive one of those, well, risk it. And they're open season on the highway.
Brisket?
Yeah.
Like the type of meat?
Yeah.
Risk it.
Brisket.
I'm hungry.
Brisket for the brisket.
Brisket. Brisket.
Sometimes you gotta take a chance for the brisket.
12-hour
Leap of
brisket.
faith.
Yeah.
Gotta have that kind of drive in you to make sure every BMW driver ceases.
So I heard you had some issues getting the possum stock. Kind of everything went wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the ghost story, man.
Oh shit.
Because you didn't buy a Merc. That's why.
Yeah. Well,
There's a BMW.
Ghost
so-
wrecked your car.
Yeah, I was halfway there and my drive shaft fell out of the bottom of my truck on the side of 24. So
Can we get a make and model and year on this truck?
do not buy a 2007 Nissan Frontier with 200,000 miles on it.
It's the Nismo model though. It's not just the regular.
Nissan's after 2000. I get worried about.
Yeah,
I got a 2002, 306,000 miles.
that's when I bought mine.
Well, it's you got the Nismo though.
I
It's
did get the
If I
Nismo.
can get a 92 Sentra, Nissan Sentra, or the motor, I would put that in everything. Those things.
You have to find one that hasn't been wrecked.
I'll drive it at Timbuktu.
Yeah.
I'll drive it across the ocean.
That old Sentra I had back then probably still, the motor probably still runs, even though the car is just probably a piece of, the thing probably still turns over the junkyard.
Yeah. It's a crazy time to be alive. Like it is hilarious. And like if I don't laugh, I'm like,
Sad.
yeah, overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're even sadder than you were.
You know what that's like.
Yeah, you know what that's
Yeah,
like.
you know what that's like.
He laughs himself to sleep every night.
Yeah, dude.
I have to go into hyena mode.
Sure fucking do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Possum. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Possum was so blessed. I mean,
Yeah.
we were sad that Hayden could make it, but we still had a good time.
Don't worry, I had a great time too. It was really fun for
Dealing
me.
with car issues.
Yeah,
Yeah. That sounds awesome.
and it didn't cost me $1.
Well, at
Oh,
least
That's the best.
Yeah.
part.
hindsight's 2020 though. At least it didn't happen
See-
on your way leaving Possum Stock on your way home at like
Yeah, at
10
least
o'clock
you
at
missed
night.
the show
like-
too.
Because that would have been even better, right? Like
Yeah.
just, it's like 1 a.m.
Either
waiting.
way, it would have been fantastic. No
Yeah.
matter how it went, it was a good time. I was
Hell
very
yeah.
excited.
I'm
about
glad
it.
to hear it.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. Like you got an experience and it didn't cost you anything at all.
Nope, just my time.
What do they say? Variety is the spice of life.
That's right.
Wow. Was that how you're
What was your
seasoning
favorite
yourself?
set of Possum?
Season myself with coarse salt.
Dude, there were so many good bands. That was the first time I'd seen New Wave Rebellion in like 5 years. Y'all know them?
Yeah.
They're fucking awesome. I remember I saw them one time at the end
Mm-hmm.
after Live on the Green. We hopped over, we saw Moon Taxi, then went to the end. And this was like 2015.
Yeah.
And I just remembered, I was like, this band is fucking awesome. So when I saw them on the lineup, I couldn't remember why I liked them so much, but that like the name stuck with me. When I saw them again, I'm like, okay, that's why, because this band is fucking ridiculous. Y'all were really good. I love Dylan. Dylan's always
Yeah,
really
yeah.
great.
King Lazy Eye was.
Yeah.
Lazy Eye, you guys, and like Cody or
Yeah,
that set
dude.
was
Yeah,
fire.
Heavy Chains.
that is music. You guys like that too. It's music that I'll listen to. Like I will just listen to. You know, a lot of the bands I know they're great, but it's not necessarily what I listen to. You know.
Yeah.
And of those, you know, three. But as far as bands that I had not seen before, Drug Dog
Yeah. Yes.
blew me out of the freaking water.
They were dope.
They were the
You know,
one with the
just-
trumpet, right?
Yeah, they had a
Yeah.
whole section, man.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah, they
horn
were dope.
section, yeah.
Did you get a chance to one of my favorites? I don't know if y'all saw it. It was the second night, Sacred Hollow, the 4-piece
Yeah.
bluegrass.
Bluegrass band, yeah.
They fucking blew me out of the water. That was awesome. It was kind of different flavor. It
Yeah,
wasn't they weren't like
It's like
smashing. It was like
Right,
just
yeah.
good
Yeah, I
bluegrass.
remember
you know?
hearing it. I didn't go watch
We
it.
were,
I remember hearing it.
We were big chilling in the tent, but we heard it in the distance.
In the
Yeah.
big ass tall tent.
Yeah.
And then
Multi-roomed.
Young
In the
Robot.
fucking
Young Robot
spaceship.
was fucking
Young
dope.
Robot was on
They were
fire.
dope.
I love
Yeah.
when Michael said, y'all move around even though it's not hardcore vocals. I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Soot was an awesome
Soot
show.
was awesome.
Oh,
too.
dude. Yeah, on the other
Yeah,
stage.
they
Yeah,
were
Flummox was awesome.
Yeah.
Flummox,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was the second time. So we
Or then
played
the
with
DJ
them.
set after that.
We played with Flummox. When was that? In July, I think. Guys, right? 3 of us played with them in
Yeah.
July.
Yeah, the
And
Rebel House in Clarksville.
Yeah, Autumn Lies buried them, and so that was the first time I saw them. They were good then, but the Possum Stock show was it was better. It was more enjoyable.
I was doing lights for the Super Jam, so I wasn't like actually dancing in front of the stage, but I mean, I was setting the vibe. The Super Jam,
was dope.
yeah, like the amount of work they put into, like, they had so many different people coming in playing for each song. Like it was like the Bonnaroo Super Jam, and I was just like, and they killed it. Like everyone.
Oh yeah.
Out of all the DJs across like all 3 nights, I don't think anyone played BBL Drizzy, and I'm very disappointed.
Thursday night, I heard somebody drop.
The Not Like Us.
Not Like
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
that was-
And that made me go, all right, somebody's got to drop BBL Drizzy. And nobody did. I was a little disappointed.
Are we gonna pretend BBL Drizzy didn't happen? Is that what we're doing here, Possum
I
Stock?
think, yeah, I think that's, I don't know. It slapped so hard. Maybe it was just too much.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a whole culture. I mean, like Kendrick.
Rob and Leighton probably do not know what. Well, maybe Kevin. I don't know.
I do.
You know what BBL Drizzy is?
It is the first instrumental.
I might be the only one in this room that knows
Okay.
what you're
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
I don't know.
Go ahead, give us a melody.
I did
I thought everyone
I
knew.
did a guitar lead to it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Just because it,
So
No,
I guess we
can't
could give
pretend I do.
a brief history lesson. I don't know. Can we do that briefly? I don't think.
I'll do it briefly.
Okay.
Kendrick and Drake were friends.
I know about the
Kendrick
beef.
used to open for Drake.
Yeah.
There was beef that started with J. Cole.
Right.
J. Cole apologized. Metro Boomin is a producer that has done beats for all of these guys. Big producer. And when he jumped in on Kendrick's side of the beef and dropped a beat called BBL Drizzy. Like a BBL is a Brazilian butt lift. They're making fun of him having plastic surgery. So it was a beat, and he said any rapper that hops on this beat, I'll like sign whoever is the best one.
He said
basically.
the best one.
The best diss track
I'll
about
give you a
Drake.
beat for free and $10,000.
Yeah, and like sign you or whatever. And so there was like a whole thing. As soon as Not Like Us came out, Metro Boomin dropped BBL Drizzy. Long and short.
It was at a retort because Drake had said, "Shut up and go make some beats. Go make some drums."
Yeah.
BBL Drizzy was actually a comedian that does AI tracks, and he made a song called BBL Drizzy.
King Leonius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but that was known as a joke on him.
And then
BBL,
Metro sampled
and
that.
then Metro sampled that and then made the damn Hound and a fucking slap it ass.
And it's like
it's so hard.
Kendrick like methodically broke it down
Yeah.
on like you're a pedophile.
Yep. Probably a minor.
Yeah.
And it's like so
I'm familiar with that part of
systematically
it.
broken
Familiar
down.
with that part of it. I
Yeah.
listened to
But
it.
then BBL Drizzy, they're not talking about like the pedophile stuff at all.
He just opened a door up and he's like, every rapper,
Yeah. So
on your best diss track.
So then, meanwhile, Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly are dissing each other too,
That
right?
was
That
years
was
ago.
years and
yeah,
years
and
ago.
then-
I think are they still not?
No, they're not. Eminem beat him so hard that
Yeah,
he switched
MGK
genres.
is like an emo like rock star now. Like,
Yeah. He had to quit rapping after that. That was embarrassing.
There have been
Kill
like
shot. It was kill shot.
Yes,
Eminem's
yeah.
response.
I mean, it was a suicide mission. What are you doing?
Drugs.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
just chasing clout too. It's like I'm gonna.
Well, I mean, it's the one
Too
rapper
many
that made
of
his
the
entire
wrongs.
career off of
rap battle.
battling. You're gonna go after that one guy.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. You
Yeah.
say so.
Good luck.
It's like
Anybody
Logan,
that
Logan
goes
Paul
after
boxing.
Eminem now, it's obvious that they're just trying to get that, and then
Clout.
it makes it much worse. Because they're like,
Yeah, it's like Jake Paul trying to fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
It's stupid. But that's not even. I hate that because Mike Tyson's like a 60-year-old man. Like they're not gonna let Jake Paul fight Canelo. Canelo would actually kill him. You know, so it's like I'm a boxer. No, you're not. You're like fighting you're fighting these post-prime legends that doesn't count. It doesn't mean anything.
I can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe you can find it, but one fighter tweeted regarding Tyson versus Jake Paul. He's like, this is so disrespectful, and the worst part is you don't even understand why. And I feel like I can't say anything about it beyond that, where it's like, it's shameful behavior to get Mike Tyson, who's like what, like 60?
He's like 59.
Yeah,
He's-
who's still gonna like knock your head off your shoulders.
Maybe. Like,
No,
I hope
I-
so.
I
Dude,
think
I have
so.
no doubt.
I hope
I have
so.
no
but
doubt.
Jake
he just
Paul
got a
was
hernia or whatever
29, like
before the
28.
And
Like,
I hear people saying like he's got reach on him. It doesn't fucking matter, dude.
I just think
I
Mike
hope so.
Tyson's
I
like
hope so.
animal enough to like not go down.
There's no
Like, I
fucking
think he
chance.
still has the
I hope
dog
so.
in him.
I would put
certainly
all my
hope
money
so.
on that.
Tyson through the years
Yeah.
and seen his mental changes, and then saw where he was right when this started. And he even entered this kind of like, oh yeah, no, it's cool, and where he awoken and went back into, because that's what everybody keeps telling Jake. They're like, dude, this isn't just a good boxer that you're getting back in the
You're
game.
triggering it.
This dude is a maniac.
You're triggering
Yeah,
an
this,
animal.
this is the guy who said in an interview, he's like, I'm gonna fuck you till you love me.
Yes, that's
Talking to
one
his
of my
like talking to his opponent.
One of my
Like,
favorite
what
things.
kind of
Some
fucking-
dude yelled,
Yeah,
dude yelled some shit at the press conference, and he just turned over, looked at him, and said, "I will
Yeah.
fuck you till you love me."
Yeah,
I mean,
fuck you.
Key and
I'm
Peele
gonna
have a
eat your
whole skit about
children.
it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat Lennox
Yeah.
Lewis's children.
I'm gonna eat
praise
your
be to
children.
Allah.
What?
In the middle of the after fight. That's right after his fight. After he beat the fuck out of somebody
Yeah.
else.
No, I mean, look, yo, I hope so. Like, I love Mike Tyson. I hope he
somebody
wipes the
follow this
floor
guy
with
on
him,
the
but
way
I
out.
just am worried about it. I'm just worried. I'm
Are
worried.
they
about
still
it.
doing it?
No,
I
it got
do.
postponed.
Yeah, I did get
Okay.
postponed. You're right. Yeah.
Mike Tyson
like
got like an
indefinitely?
injury or something.
No, I think Mike
supposed to
Tyson's
be-
doctors are begging him not to do
I
it,
think it's supposed to be
basically.
now. I think they pushed it till-
so it just keeps getting pushed.
Hmm.
So
Hoping you'll get like one over.
I
Yeah.
mean, a part of me really just hopes it doesn't happen because that's like I don't. It
Jake
is.
Paul doesn't deserve that fight.
Yeah,
No,
it's
yeah,
shameful
that's
for
ridiculous.
him to
Deserve
be
the
in a
fight.
ring with
The
Tyson.
only reason he wants to do it is because his brother
And
fought
Tyson doesn't need to
Mayweather.
prove- Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyson doesn't anything to prove. He's just
No,
playing.
No.
Yeah, it's
No, he's doing it because he knows without a shadow of a doubt he's gonna fuck that kid
And-
up. Like,
I don't think it's shameful for Tyson either because it's like, yeah, get your fucking bag, dude. Like that's easy money, right? But it's definitely shameful of Jake Paul to like try and drag him. out.
An old man.
It's
Yeah.
disrespectful.
Why?
I feel like it's-
Yeah, Jake
Yes,
Paul's getting
yeah,
a bunch of money
100%,
too off
yes.
his sponsors.
For one thing, as far as boxing goes, Jake Paul didn't work his way up the ladder
No.
to get a title fight from anybody, much less go for arguably the greatest fighter of all time.
Yeah.
And just walk in the door and be like, I'm a known dude and I'll make all this fucking money so I can,
That's why I hate it. He's like Mike Tyson's like a living American legend. Like I don't.
yeah, you need to go pull,
Nothing about that
pull
makes me
Ali
feel
out of the grave and fight him too. Like,
Dig him up.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna beat this dude's ass.
My favorite
Beat the
thing is
bones
looking at
off him.
comments on every post that you see about it. You go into the comments and all you see is gifs of Tyson just back in the day, just knocking heads off.
Or eating ears.
Yeah,
He
And
has a
Holyfield,
he has a line of weed edibles that are shaped like.
They can hear. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. That's all that.
What
Yeah,
a
with
what
the
a
light
fucking
off.
legend, dude.
Yep.
It's I kind of hope it doesn't
He had
happen.
Holyfield in the commercial.
Maybe this was his plan all along.
Didn't see that.
Is to never actually fight him, just to like
PR campaign.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That could be it.
Possible, yeah.
It'd be a brilliant move.
just get his hopes up.
It's like you get your cake and eat it too. You don't have to get your ass beat by an old man and also get all the buzz about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no matter what he does, he's lost massive respect. So if it's his ass kicked, everybody's just gonna be the laughing stock. And if he actually managed to win it, he'd be like, dude, fought a 60-year-old
That's a good
Tyson.
point. Even if he
He
did,
fought a
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah, he cancan't win. It doesn't matter.
It's also, isn't it just an exhibition fight? So it's not like a,
Right.
it's not a record.
kind of like when Tyson fought Holyfield.
No, it was
Jake Paul.
Foreman.
Oh,
Not Foreman.
It was Holyfield.
No,
They
it
did,
wasn't. It was what's his name who had never got the chance to fight him. That's why he fought him because he had never got the chance. He come close to getting a title fight with him back in the day.
No, dude. They did an exhibition fight like a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
it wasn't Holyfield.
Okay.
Holyfield had fought him. The guy that fought him, I can't remember his name, had never fought him. Holyfield absolutely fought him. If you got those fucking.
Well, back
Saw that
briefly.
live.
Back briefly to the Drake Kendrick thing. There have been some like famous
Roy Jones.
rap beats. It was Roy Jones. Okay, my bad. But there's been some like famous rap beefs. Like rap beef is kind of a culture, right? Like Pac and Biggie.
Oh yeah.
But like, I don't think there's ever been an absolute beatdown the way
Kendrick
Kendrick
and Drake.
and Metro Boomin did to Drake.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Kendrick buried him, and then Metro like pissed on his corpse. It's like there's no recovering from that. Like,
Well, I don't think he has to. That's the thing about Drake is he doesn't have to recover because he is like regardless of what Kendrick says or feels or whatever, like he's still the biggest rapper, like the most famous, the most sold albums in like alive right now. Like
really?
he's got more records than anyone. He's got more top tens than anyone. He beats Wayne out on a ton of records. Like even though Wayne is undoubtedly like, and Drake gives
that's one of
his
the
like,
reasons why he's so
you know.
disrespected by the hip hop community.
oh yeah,
because
everyone's jealous.
He's
He's
a
like,
singer. He like does the whole pop
he's out of
thing.
Canada, and he's basically riding on a culture that he wasn't part of building.
right. That's why everyone hates it. But at the end of the day, he's just a more sellable person. Like, and the numbers show that. Like, I don't
Kinda
think he's a
like
better
Pop
rapper
Punk.
than Kendrick. I think there's a ton of better rappers than him. He is a more sellable,
I didn't
all
know.
the way around, more sellable person.
I didn't
Yeah,
know
it's
he
like
was
Taylor
doing
Swift.
numbers like that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Tom
yeah.
is popular. I didn't know.
No,
he was
his
doing
records are like
They don't have
crazy,
a message.
very crazy.
Yeah,
He's-
and
he's-
his
he's
producer
so
that does
good.
all the beats, like he's got
He's beat like
Yeah.
Beatles records and shit.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of modern hip hop
Yeah.
people have. I mean,
Migos actually did too.
yeah.
They were
I
the
don't-
first.
I
They were the
don't-
first group since the Beatles to have as many number one hits or like as many hits on the top 100 at the same. I think it's like 14. The Beatles were the last people to do that
Damn.
until the Migos and Drake.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Which is
A
wild.
lot of
We're
those
in a
ratings-
weird
lot of
area of
those
music,
ratings
yeah.
completely changed because of the way distribution is.
Do y'all
Oh,
think that's
yeah.
like?
Oh yeah.
Is that just bought? Like,
That's the thing is now we
Totally
go by
could be.
streams.
Well, there's
and this
different
and
charts
that.
now because
Yeah.
they still have like
Back in the
terrestrial
day-
radio charts, like but that are like dying.
Back in the
Like,
day, it
they
was
just made
mechanicals,
more.
but that doesn't matter because
Yeah.
if you're a major label, you print 5 million copies and you go ahead and buy 1 million back at retail.
Drake was a
Yeah.
successful
Right.
actor before too. I mean, like all of it. If you look at it, it kind of all makes sense. Like a lot of it's like not nepotism, but like, oh well, Kanye knew Jay-Z, who knew, this person, this person, this person. Like it's
It's always what
It's-
who you know.
it's all
It's-
derivative.
it's like
in that way.
politics.
Yeah.
It's just a
Oh yeah,
chain-
that's just like that's an oligarchy. That's
it's like a
straight up,
chain of once you get into the circle
Yeah,
you're
you
in.
don't-
Like
the barrier of entry is such that only a few elite can actually get in there. That's exactly the same with politics. And
Yeah.
music. That's why like independent and like the underground scene is so, important for especially people like us.
and here in Nashville, the underground scene is more important than ever before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Like,
Which is why we've moved Music City away from New Nashville, which is
Yeah.
where we are now in South Nashville, which is now Music City.
yeah, it's like
I determined that, so it's
Perfect. I'm glad we cleared that.
They have a lot
rewriting
of
the maps.
they have a lot of independent recording studios in like Berry Hill, South Nashville.
Sure.
So it's not.
Sputnik Sounds where we do a lot of work.
I feel like
there's this really kick-ass vocal producer that lives over in South Nashville.
Neve's just built a vocal booth and has a really expensive microphone.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, edit that out.
Cheap as shit. I ain't got nothing worth shit at my house.
Don't worry, we can cut this out. It's fine.
Where at?
What was the address?
You shouldn't cut that. You just bleep out for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. Alice, that last.
Oh yeah, I live at.
Y'all should manufacture a beef with someone. Who are you gonna pick a fight with?
Oh God.
Rock and roll beef. That's interesting. I don't even know.
We had Jake Paul and just like fight people that are just really old.
Like already.
I just go kick Keith
Yeah.
Richards' ass.
Yeah.
Go see him in
Yes.
public and beat him down with a guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Oasis.
I think
Oh, well, here's Wonderwall.
Aren't playing anymore. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
So where you at?
Like you got last year. You guys didn't do shit. You all scared of us. Like,
Yeah.
we retired in like
Not
2000.
played in years.
What do y'all think about this Linkin Park thing? You heard about this?
Yeah, we were talking about the other. Well, not we. I was
That's
talking
where
about
my
this.
beef is.
What's
Linkin Park? Yeah. Well,
They're the
actually,
new
what,
singer.
I'm unfamiliar with. What's
They
this?
they have a girl singer now from some other band.
Yeah, it's a new
I
singer.
actually don't mind. I think she does a good job.
have
Personally,
you heard about the controversy?
no.
Okay, so
It's like the way she got selected, I think, right?
well, I don't know about that. What I heard, and I read one thing about this, so maybe research this yourself, Alice. But apparently, she testified on behalf of this dude who later got convicted of sexual misconduct. And then afterwards, she was like, she denounced it. She's like, sorry, I did that. Still sus. Also, she's a Scientologist and has not outwardly come out against Scientology. Now, the song that just came out,
It's a lot to unpack
people
there.
are speculating that she's kind of low-key digging at Scientology. But it's like, if you're gonna do that, like have some balls. Like I just fucking call Scientology what it is. Like I don't feel like
Cult?
and they are relatively powerful and dangerous, you know, not nearly as much as they used to be or like people to think they are. But it would be brave to come out against Scientology, but still, like people are asking about it, like just say something, you know? That's how I
There's
feel
also a
about it.
whole lot more if you're gonna be like a band that's
It's also
coming off of
sus,
some
right?
issues. There's a whole lot more important things going on than calling out Scientology. Everybody's kind of almost done with them anyway.
Well, see,
South
I don't-
Park pretty much fucked them up pretty bad.
I don't trust her if she doesn't come out against Scientology. Because there's a lot of like Freemasons, for example, they will, it's like, oh, I'm a former Freemason, but they are told to like go out and like infiltrate other shit. So I just don't I don't trust her.
When I was at the hospital getting my stitches removed, it was a Freemason that was removing my stitches. And I didn't know that at the time. I was like, "What are you doing later on tonight?" He's like, "Oh, we're in Nashville." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive my motorcycle down to Birmingham." We're like,
Skull and Bones.
"Tonight?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do it for fun all the time." He's like, "Okay, all right, that's kind of weird." He's like, "Yeah, I'm a Freemason." I was like, "Well, we were like, hey, that's a pretty nice ring you got on, nice necklace." He's like, "Yeah, I'm a Freemason." I was like, "Ooh, how do you drive to Birmingham and back in one day?"
If you have to like
It's
Yeah,
like 6
it's a
hours.
Scottish
Yeah.
right Freemason.
It's a round trip.
if you have to
Well,
like
yeah, but it's like this is a little weird though. Like,
if you have to be like covert about what you're doing, I don't trust you.
yeah,
Why can't you just be honest about how you're moving, you know?
yeah.
I mean, okay, except for the government. Like if we all have to lie to police, but like police aren't people.
I've never
so
lied to the cops once.
That's a
I love cops.
yeah, let's all everything I'm saying is in Minecraft. It's not real.
Wow.
But in Minecraft, fuck the police.
Side note: are you ready for the new Minecraft movie coming out?
They're making a Minecraft movie?
They did, and I heard that it's.
Jack Black's in it, but
I've heard that people are not happy with it.
Dude,
It's
it looked. The
looking-
trailer looked interesting, though. I mean, I
People
don't
are
know.
kind of comparing it to how Sonic came out, and they think they should redo it.
I was
think it,
when you first said that I was not excited, and now I'm less excited to see that. That
Well,
The Borderlands movie was like a disaster.
Oh my
apparently, Yeah.
I heard that.
That's what I heard. Minecraft is going to be very similar to
Isn't
that.
Minecraft just like a bunch of people like? I don't know what it is actually.
no, I would love to hear what
It's
you think Minecraft is.
I don't know. People build like houses and then like
Yeah.
fucking look at each other online. And
Yeah,
then
Yeah,
it's just like,
basically.
but what about Grand Theft
how do you
Auto
make a
6?
movie out of that?
They actually had a
Build a
TV
house
show.
here.
My son was watching, and that's what they're saying that the movie should have done was follow the same kind of method that because they already made a show that was really successful.
I guess they made Lego movies, so it's kind
And-
of
Dude,
Yeah,
Lego
so-
movie.
Lego movies.
Unironically,
Yeah, that's really
it's-
marketable. Lego's like I guess that Minecraft's using that same like
Oh, I guess Minecraft. I don't know what the point is, but Legos you could like make a point because it's just stuff that looks
Minecraft is
Yeah,
like Legos.
right.
It's just
Yeah.
you don't have
They made
Legos.
the Mario movie too.
But
Well, one
Minecraft,
thing
like,
with like Lego
It's just,
movies,
Mine-
it's just a
they're-
digital version
they're
of Lego.
wrapping another-
basically
oh,
because it is all
Batman
block
or
building.
It is.
Oh,
the
Yeah.
Avengers
That's
or
realistically all
some
it
other
is.
thing that's wrapped around
Oh.
Lego. Minecraft is its own thing, and so they had to write a story around it.
Yeah,
You know,
and that's the thing. There's
there's a
no
game
like,
made by like two guys that were Swedish that are freaking richer than shit now.
yeah, but even like the game itself, there's no general point. Like it's just a survival game. Like you just build stuff, and then the bad guys come and destroy it, and you kill them, and then rebuild your shit.
Well, it depends
That's
on
the
what
whole game.
it depends on what server you're on, because if there are servers where the clan based, type
Clan
of
servers. I
big.
don't know.
they have,
I don't know about those.
The Imperial Wizards.
What game is
whatever.
this?
no, I mean like they have
South
secret
Alabama
they have
game.
secret entrances to their lairs, and people will make it missions to go explode their base. You know what I mean?
They're getting away. We built the biggest.
Well, that's out of
sorry.
context. but-
Did you guys, speaking of Swedes, did you guys care about
stand
Daniel
him.
Ek?
No,
He's worth more now than he has made more money from Spotify than any musician has ever made in the history of music, including like Taylor Swift. Like as of now, like
I don't
he's
even know what you're
passed.
talking about.
This guy,
The
owner of the-
creator of
the owner of
Spotify.
Oh.
And Daniel Ek,
Like Spotify.
the guy who created
the
it.
streaming platform.
He replaced
You know Spotify?
I know what Spotify
What are
is.
we doing here?
I-
Like,
okay, I was
shit.
confused
The
about.
guy who replaced
So Daniel
all the
Ek, the
record
guy who
labels
started it, is now worth more from
Yeah.
Spotify
what Napster came from.
than
What-
any
okay.
musician has
Or what
ever
came
made.
from.
Like no musician's worth that much. Like not even close. But like no musician has made that much money in their career ever in the history,
Including
people
Michael
living-
Jackson.
Yeah,
and,
like right now,
yeah.
like
What I
Well,
was
he's made
confused about.
Off of royalties.
so it's kind of interesting. Like
I didn't know if you were talking about he was also an artist. And he
No,
made that much
no,
money
no.
from music.
I mean,
That would
he's an
also
artist
be
that-
insane.
that would
That'd be
be
even
that would be
worse.
That would be
bonkers.
the biggest conflict of interest I've
Oh.
ever heard of. Like I own the streaming platform.
He has the most streams.
No one does.
He's like,
Just paying
I have the
himself.
most streams. Everyone
that's a hell of
loves
an
my
idea.
That's a
sitar
great idea.
playing. Like,
Yes.
okay, my
Yeah.
flute playing.
Yeah,
is
it turns out his
Literally
teenage son
typing
is.
in
I'm
Yeah,
glad I
that's
haven't
right.
released my
Yeah.
next album.
Yeah.
That's the
Generating
fucking
numbers.
key.
He's punching in the streams.
I'm gonna start my own streaming
Yeah, any
service just to release my record on.
any relative of his that wants to be in the music better change their fucking name because it's gonna be obvious, you know.
Like artists don't
Robert
make any money
Eck.
from Spotify, right? Like,
Hardly at all.
No, I mean,
Like,
That's why a
literally
lot of them
pennies.
boycott it.
like we get
Pennies on the dollar.
yeah,
But
like
that's what like the kind of funny thing is. It's like
$30
this guy
a month, maybe.
starts like
Maybe.
what everyone listens to music on, and he's worth like way more than anyone that's
Yeah.
on the platform
Yeah.
as a musician. Like it's
There's
like,
there's a lot of testimonials from older like songwriters and shit from back in the day that talk about when they look at their royalty payments from in the 70s in their quarterlies, and compared to when Spotify would send them like a check for, hey, we played your song 9 million times because it's a classic, and they'd be like, it's not a fraction of one of my quarterly checks that I used to get from record sales and fucking publishing.
and radio,
And
like radio play was
Yeah.
like
BMI
actual
ASCAP.
pennies.
And that's the thing is BMI and ASCAP don't really fuck with Spotify.
So what are we gonna do about it? We gonna like burn down his house?
Well, I mean, it's intellectual.
He's in my
property.
trunk right now.
Allegedly in Minecraft.
He's in the back of the BMW.
I think there will be like a time where I think there will be a resolution for something like that. When I mean, especially if Kamala wins, because there'll be more regulation on stuff like that. I don't know that that she'll solve it right away or anything, but it's like antitrust laws. We've going back all the way to Roosevelt. You know, he was trying to establish anti-monopoly laws, and that's what Spotify is, 100% monopoly. So I don't know. We'll see.
Are there any like actual comparable alternatives to Spotify?
Just Apple Music and Tidal.
A lot of people
Tidal
like
takes
like
out
the
your-
like. I feel like
it's
Bandcamp is something that like
still
it's
prevalent.
it's
Yeah.
Really?
culty. I mean, like it's like there's some hardcore people that love it, and I get it actually.
SoundCloud too.
The other day it
Yeah.
clicked with me.
SoundCloud.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Yeah,
SoundCloud.
not
A lot of-
Not
a lot of
Bandcamp.
people that do real underground and eclectic shit just run on SoundCloud because they're not
That's
worried
what I'm
about
talking
sounding
about,
good.
Do they
Yeah.
do numbers on SoundCloud?
Dude, well, a lot of
And-
like the rappers that exist today are from SoundCloud.
And you can comment on a specific time on the song. So like if there's a
Oh,
part
okay.
of the song you like, you could like
That's cool.
leave a comment and it shows up like
It's a much better platform for people. who are
Individual. Yeah.
Like, yeah, writing and constantly putting stuff out.
Especially if you're already good at like social media and promotion. Like if you like, and that's why like Lil Pump blew up because he was already good at like causing a ruckus and like getting people to follow him, whether his music was good or not. But then he got on SoundCloud. He can release whenever he wants. He's a free agent. He doesn't have to go like upload something and wait a month for it to upload to Spotify or Apple. Like it's that day. If he wants to do something crazy that day, promote it that day.
Same thing with John Mayer's SoundCloud is like ridiculous. He releases stuff that is like totally free of label rights because it's just like him in his room like playing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it holds like a flame to like per stream or anything.
Well, because it's free generally. Like,
but I'm talking. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I don't think it holds a flame to like Spotify as far as exposure or the sheer amount of viewership or listenership.
Yeah,
like it's not.
So that's a transcendent
apples and
problem.
oranges,
right? He's what I think what you're trying to say or what you're saying, but like just to add to it is that it's a separate problem from us as the creators, content creators, versus people who are viewership.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, it's the people who like are just trying to listen, who aren't content creators. It's like it's two different things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Where do y'all listen to music at?
Spotify.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Spotify and Apple Music.
I use pretty much exclusively YouTube.
So I have a
and I know that's awful.
Yeah. Well, I have this thing called a Plex server. So all of my music is actually at my house, and I just stream it from my home's server.
Oh,
I
cool.
did that many years ago.
Yeah, we all do. Bearshare and Kaza.
No, I mean I have like 300 gigs.
He has his own server.
No, I know. Oh, I didn't do that. I was just stealing it back in the day.
Linux?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, Debian. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Burning CDs with the gateway.
I actually there was a time when my dad died, he had about 400, maybe 500 CDs of classical music that were on CDs, and I had wrist surgery done, so I was just cooped up in my room for like 2 months, and I spent those 2 months ripping in all 400 CDs. And it's classical music too, so the metadata was ridiculous, but I could listen to whenever I want.
Can you throw access to that?
Sure, yeah. It's all classical, yeah.
I used to allegedly have this like 4-panel binder full of burned movies and anime that was like this thick, 4 pages, like completely full, like easily a terabyte of and someone stole that. I'm like, you can't sell this. Why do it's such a horrible thing to steal. I mean, that's kind of ironic since I stole it, but
you burned it. Yeah, you tore it.
The giving tree.
He stole pirated shit. That's hilarious.
Some guys just plowing through DVDs in the back of his mini, like Windstar. Like
when you burned it, the people who had it still had it.
They still have it.
When you got it stolen from your car,
I don't have that
you
anymore.
don't have it anymore. That's theft.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, my car got broken into once. They took all of the change out of my center console, but they left my laptop in the back of my car. I'm like,
that's crazy.
Who wants all of this change? Like, you know what I mean? I was like,
was it a Kia?
No, it's my Nissan Frontier truck.
Laptops.
Wouldn't it be wild if you somehow found out years later there was actually the FCC that came back and grabbed your shit back?
They just took it.
Like we're not. Yeah, we're
it's
just
all
not
psyop.
This guy's got a big fucking binder.
I know. I actually know who it was. It was. I had this crazy roommate when I lived in Columbia, Tennessee, and her meth head boyfriend came over.
Always the method.
Checks out.
Love
And I mean, like,
tracks.
I get that he's like probably not thinking clearly, but like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that?
He was convinced he was thinking more clearly.
He's like, oh man, I'm gonna get so much money. No, you're not. Like, who's gonna buy that?
I can't wait to see what these are worth.
Yeah, he just wanted it for personal use.
I would have
Still
loved to hear
waiting.
him
He's still going through it.
trying to
Can't afford Netflix.
unload them on people.
Use it for meth. Come on.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you.
Yeah, on that note, we'll see y'all later.
We cover a lot of bases here. Ducks don't matter. BMW drivers don't matter.
Hayden for president.
Hayden for
Hayden's
president.
the president.
The cats and the dogs.
Against his will, Hayden for president.
Yeah.
We got that show at the Underdog coming up.
Show at the Underdog. Yeah, the 11th.
October 11th.
Yeah.
So,
October 11th.
Yeah.
If you don't know about DEBRA, you need to ask somebody because, yeah, they're really awesome. They'll put on a great show. Very rock and roll, like
Very real.
psychedelic rock and roll. Is that fair?
Electric
Definitely-
Lemonade.
Definitely splashed in there for sure.
Oh, it's Electric Lemonade. If you
Yeah.
can see the letters on my shirt.
That's a DeThreero shirt, not a DEBRA shirt.
Yeah,
I
but
don't even know
the,
who that band is.
the genre hasn't changed.
Sorry, never heard of them.
Hey, we still have merch with the Legacy name, and that's actually a better point
Oh, shoot.
to get this while it still lasts because you're not gonna find it anymore.
That's
true.
Brilliant marketing, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one.
Yeah, you should.
Legacy.
You should
Show-
keep printing them and saying, dude, they're gonna run
They're
out.
gonna run out.
They're gonna run out.
Eventually.
If you want to be
We're gonna edit
diamonds
that out.
here,
We're gonna edit that out.
I got a shirt in the back you might like.
Got thousands of them back in the
That's
space.
a fuckload of things.
No, I'm actually looking for one with the B. Like, oh wait.
We can't find it
You're with the B.
That's the
Oh,
legacy
that's
shirt.
funny. That's funny.
October 11th, Underdog. Be there. I'll know if you're not there because I'll be there and I'll kill you.
And we know everyone.
It's in
Yeah.
the back.
Minecraft, allegedly.
In Minecraft,
Allegedly.
In the back of the
Allegedly.
BMW.
The back of
Yeah.
As it were.
We'll send the foreigners.
And
They're gonna eat your children.
there
and your
will not be
pets.
any cats.
There'll be free roasted duck
They'll be
at the
eaten.
show.
Canadian geese. Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah,
federal ones.
Yeah.
that's good merch. Just roasted duck.
Roasted duck.
Roasted duck.
Yeah.
That's the name of this episode. See you, Alice.
Cornish game.
Bye.